7 September 2024, and we will be discussing these topics from the Indian Express, Hindu, and the Assam Tribune newspaper. Our first topic is why La Nina is delayed and how it could still impact India's weather. Okay. Now, আমি La Nina বুজিবৰ কাৰণে আমি গ্লোবেল যিখিনি weather distributions বা disturbance আমি সেইখিনি বুজিব লাগিব। আমি জানো যে ইণ্ডিয়ান মনচুন তো ইণ্ডিয়ান মনচুনত ছিজনেল ৰিভাৰ্চেল হয় আৰু ইয়াতে ইট ইজ নট মিয়াৰলি ডিফাৰেঞ্চিয়েল এণ্ড লোকেল হিটিং অফ লেণ্ড এণ্ড চি অ'কে তো ইণ্ডিয়ান মনচুনত আমাৰ ডেফিনেটলি যিখিনি ট্ৰেড উইণ্ড আছে অ'কে সাউথ ইষ্ট ট্ৰেড উইণ্ড আফটাৰ ক্ৰছিং দ্য ইকুৱেটৰ যেতিয়া সাউথ ৱেষ্ট মনচুন হিচাপে এণ্ট্ৰি কৰে তাৰ লগত এল নিনোৰ ইম্পেক্ট লা নিনা ইম্পেক্ট দেন দেয়াৰ ইজ ইণ্ডিয়ান অ'চেন ডাইপল এটচেট্ৰা দেয়াৰ আৰ ভেৰিয়াছ আদাৰ এক্সটাৰ্নেলিটিজ অ'কে তো আমি এইখিনিৰ কাৰণে অকণমান এল নিনো আৰু লা নিনাখিনি বুজি লওঁ নাও এল নিনো কি হয় এল নিনোৰ মিনিংটো হ'ল ক্ৰাইষ্ট চাইল্ড অ'কে ক্ৰাইষ্ট চাইল্ড আৰু এল নিনো ৱাজ ইন্ট্ৰডিউচড বাই ফিচাৰমেন ফ্ৰম ইকুৱেটৰ and Peru to describe the warming of the central and the eastern Pacific Ocean. Okay. যদি আমি এল নিনোৰ কথা চাওঁ তেনেহ'লে কি হয় ডিউৰিং এল নিনো যিখিনি চেণ্ট্ৰেল এণ্ড দ্য ইষ্টাৰ্ণ পেচিফিক দিছ ইজ দ্য ৰিজন চেণ্ট্ৰেল এণ্ড দ্য ইষ্টাৰ্ণ পেচিফিক এই পাৰ্টটোত কি হয় ৱাৰ্মিং হয় এল নিনো ৰেফাৰ্ছ টু দ্য পিৰিয়ডিক ৰাইজ ইন চি ছাৰ্ফেচ টেম্পাৰেচাৰ এলং দ্য কোষ্ট অফ ইকুৱেটৰ এণ্ড পেৰু okay near the central and the eastern Pacific okay আৰু যেহেতু ইয়াতে টেম্পাৰেচাৰ বাঢ়ি যায় আৰু ইন জেনাৰেল কি হয় ইয়াতে প্ৰেছাৰটো লো হয় okay আৰু comparatively towards the eastern Indian Ocean or western Pacific in this region ইয়াতে হাই প্ৰেছাৰ ক্ৰিয়েট হয় okay আৰু বতাহ ক'ৰ পৰা ক'লৈ যায় হাইৰ পৰা ল'লৈকে যায় okay so the wind starts blowing from the high pressure to low pressure that is the from western to eastern Pacific right and hetu karone in these regions Peru equator yate bahut high rainfall hoy and it has negative externalities in case of India or India ki hoy monsoon to weekend hoy komke borokhun ahe now El Nino events are irregular generally 2 to 7 years okay with an average frequency of about every 3 to 4 years. When this warming occurs, due to upwelling, cold and nutrient-rich deep ocean water is greatly diminished. Okay. Normal condition ki hoy? Normal condition in a typical year, surface low pressure systems forms quote northern Australia and Indonesia, or high pressure near the Peruvian coast আৰু সেইকাৰণে ইয়াৰ হাই প্ৰেছাৰৰ পৰা ইন নৰ্মেল কণ্ডিশ্যন এই ল' প্ৰেছাৰ এৰিয়াটোত বা ইণ্ডোনেছিয়াৰ ওচৰলৈকে এয়াৰ মুভ কৰিব ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰে ঠিক আছে ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে দেয়াৰ ইজ এনাডাৰ কনচেপ্ট কল্ড ৱাকাৰ চাৰ্কুলেশ্যন অ'কে যিটো ৱাকাৰ চাৰ্কুলেশ্যন কি হয় ইট ইজ ড্ৰিভেন বাই প্ৰেছাৰ গ্ৰেডিয়েণ্ট ফ'ৰ্চ প্ৰেছাৰ গ্ৰেডিয়েণ্ট মানে কি হয় হাই প্ৰেছাৰ আৰু ল' প্ৰেছাৰ ডিফাৰেঞ্চ যিটো হয় অ'কে আৰু যিটো প্ৰেছাৰ গ্ৰেডিয়েণ্ট ফ'ৰ্চ থাকে হাই প্ৰেছাৰটো ক্ৰিয়েট হয় ইন দ্য ইষ্টাৰ্ণ পেচিফিক আৰু ল' প্ৰেছাৰ অভাৰ ইণ্ডোনেছিয়া আৰু ৱাকাৰ চেল বা ৱাকাৰ চাৰ্কুলেশ্যন বা চেল ইজ ৰিলেটেড টু আপৱেলিং অফ দ্য কোষ্ট অফ পেৰুভিয়ান ইকুৱেটৰ অ'কে আৰু যেতিয়া আপৱেলিং হয় নিউট্ৰিয়েণ্টখিনি ওলাই আহে আৰু তেতিয়া কি হয় ইয়াতে ফিচিঙৰ কাৰণে কণ্ডিচিভ এটা কণ্ডিশ্যন আহি পৰে ঠিক আছে আৰু এল নিনোৰ কাৰণে কি হয় এল নিনোৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়াত ৰেইনফলটো কমি যায় মনচুন ৰেইনফলটো কমি যায় গতিকে যদি আমি কওঁ লা নিনা ইজ এ ক্লাইমেট পেটাৰ্ণ কেৰেক্টাৰাইজ বাই কুলিং অফ ছাৰ্ফেচ অ'চেন্স নিয়াৰ দ্য ট্ৰপিকেল ৱেষ্ট কোষ্ট অফ চাউথ আমেৰিকা বা আমাৰ ইষ্টাৰ্ণ পেচিফিক তো ইয়াতে কি হয় ইয়াতে কোল্ড কুলিং অফ ছাৰ্ফেচ অ'চেন ৱাটাৰ আৰু কুলিং হোৱাৰ লগে লগে ইয়াতে হাই প্ৰেছাৰ ক্ৰিয়েট হ'ব ঠিক আছে আৰু কম্পেয়াৰেটিভলি ইণ্ডোনেছিয়া অষ্ট্ৰেলিয়া এইখিনি কি থাকিব ল' প্ৰেছাৰ থাকিব তো ইয়াৰ পৰা ফ্ৰম দিছ হাই প্ৰেছাৰ এৰিয়া টুৱাৰ্ডছ দিছ ৰিজন উইণ্ড ব্ল' কৰা ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰে ঠিক আছে আৰু যেতিয়া যিহেতু এই উইণ্ড সাগৰৰ ওপৰেদি আহিছে মইচাৰ লৈ আহিব ইয়াত মইচাৰ বহুত বেছি বাঢ়ি যায় অ'কে আৰু একচুৱেলি কি হয় ইণ্ডিয়াৰ যিটো মনচুন হয় সেইটো কি হৈছিল সাউথ ইষ্ট ট্ৰেডিঙৰ পৰা আহে সেইখিনি জেগাত মইশ্চাৰ এভেইলিটি বাঢ়ি যায় আৰু যেতিয়া সাউথ ইষ্ট মনচুন হিচাপে সোমায় সেইকাৰণে মনচুনৰ ষ্ট্ৰেংথটো বাঢ়ি যায় আৰু লানিনা যেতিয়া লানিনা আহিব আমাৰ মনচুন বহুত ষ্ট্ৰং হ'ব আৰু লানিনাৰ সময়ত ড্ৰত কণ্ডিশ্যন হ'ব নিয়াৰ সাউথ আমেৰিকা ঠিক আছে তো এল নিনো আৰু লানিনা বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট প্ৰিলিমছ আৰু মেইনছ দুইটা এক্সামৰ কাৰণে অ'কে নাও ৰিচেণ্ট ডাটা কি হয় এজ পাৰ IMD ৰিচেণ্টলি কি কৈছে India is bracing for an extreme winter this year as predicted by IMD or Indian Meteorological Department. The onset of La Nina phenomena in September 2024 is expected to bring a significant drop in temperatures and increased rainfall across the country. Generally, La Nina logot amar winter temperature related hoy. Winter temperature basically komi jay, thanda basically poribo during the La Nina period. Logote increased rainfall. In general, during the La Nina period, winter rainfall basically hoy. So, we already পঢ়িলো আকৌ এবাৰ চাই লওঁ এল নিনো সাউথাৰ্ণ অসিলেশ্যন ENSO is the phenomena characterized by changes in the sea temperature along the tropical Pacific Ocean due to atmospheric fluctuations. It has three phases: warm, that is the El Nino; cool, La Nina; and the neutral. Okay, because it disrupts the global air circulation and affects weather patterns worldwide, ENSO is a major contributor to the variability of natural climate on a global scale. El Nino aru La Nina. Okay, El Nino, which is more frequent than La Nina, is typically known as the warm phase of ENSO, whereas La Nina is the cool phase. Okay, aru jeto cooling hoy tetia ki hoy cold temperature thakibo, high pressure hobo code in the eastern Pacific, Peru, Ecuador, tarusor. Okay, aru El Nino homoyot tar opposite to. Okay, warm temperature hobo near eastern Pacific, near Ecuador, Peru, etc. Now, impact of India. The IMD announcement on September 2, 2024 highlighted the potential for a severe winter season ahead due to the impact of La Nina. La Nina events typically begins between April to June and gain strength between October to February. They can last between 9 to 12 months, sometimes persisting for up to 2 years. Last আমাৰ 2022 বহুত ষ্ট্ৰং La Nina আছিলে আৰু যদি আপোনালোকৰ মনত আছে সেইখিনি সময়ত আমাৰ উইণ্টাৰ টেম্পাৰেচাৰ বহুত কমি গৈছিলে লগতে জানুৱাৰীত ৰেইনফল 2022 সৰস্বতী পূজাৰ দিনা ৰেইনফল দিছিলে বহুত বেছি শ্বিলঙত অলমষ্ট গোটেই there was very heavy shower, right? Dima South heavy shower হৈছিলে etc. Okay, during La Nina, strong easterly winds push ocean waters westwards, leading to a cooling of the ocean surface. The expected extreme winter conditions are likely to affect various parts of India differently. Northern states such as Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir are anticipated to experience particularly harsh winter conditions, with temperatures potentially dropping as low as 3 degrees Celsius. The increased rainfall and colder temperature could also impact the agricultural sector. Okay. The La Nina phenomena has already begun to show its effects. And the monsoon season in general, La Nina কি হয় monsoon extension হয়. The monsoon season in India, which typically ends in September, has seen a delay in its retreat. The delay is attributed to the cooling of the ocean surface, which has disrupted the usual climatic patterns. Okay. The extended monsoon season has brought increased rainfall, particularly in the southern and the central India. আচ্ছা একচুৱেলি যেতিয়া La Nina আহিব তাৰ আৰু এটা ইম্পেক্ট আছে আমি জানো ৱেষ্টাৰ্ণ ডিষ্টাৰ্বেঞ্চ অৰ মেডিটেৰেনিয়ান ডিষ্টাৰ্বেঞ্চ ঠিক আছে দ্য টেম্পাৰেট চাইক্লোন আৰু তাৰ পৰাই কি হয় ডেট ব্ৰিংছ ইন দ্য স্ন'ফল ইন জম্মু কাশ্মীৰ হিমাচল প্ৰদেশ এটচেট্ৰা এণ্ড অলছ' দ্য উইণ্টাৰ ৰেইনফল ইন দ্য নৰ্থ ইষ্টাৰ্ণ ইণ্ডিয়া জেনেৰেলি La Nina ক্ৰিয়েটছ ষ্ট্ৰং ৱেষ্টাৰ্ণ ডিষ্টাৰ্বেঞ্চেছ বা ষ্ট্ৰং মেডিটেৰেনিয়ান ডিষ্টাৰ্বেঞ্চেছ সেইটো কাৰণে হাৰ্চাৰ কণ্ডিশ্যন ইজ এক্সপেক্টেড ইন নিয়াৰ জম্মু কাশ্মীৰ হিমাচল এটচেট্ৰা So, and this is the El Nino and La Nina. El Nino, okay. আমি এইখিনি অলৰেডি ডিছকাছ কৰিছোঁ আৰু ইণ্ডিয়া উইল বি এম্ব্ৰেচিং দ্য La Nina ডেফিনেটলি আমাৰ ইয়াত ৰেইনফল আৰু লগতে উইণ্টাৰ টেম্পাৰেচাৰ আমাৰ ডিপ হোৱা চান্সেছ বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ GS1 এণ্ড প্ৰিলিমছ আমাৰ নেক্সট টপিক ইজ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট কানেক্টিভিটি টু ৰেইজ ইনকাম কানেক্টিভিটি ইজ কি টু ৰেইজিং ইনকাম ইন দ্য নৰ্থ ইষ্টাৰ্ণ ৰিজন চি Now, India's active policy under it, many projects are being undertaken. আৰু ইয়াৰে ওপৰত আমাৰ 2022 APSC Prelims 2023 APSC Prelims দুইটাত আমাৰ কুৱেশ্যন আহিছে এক্সাম্পল আগৰতলা আখৰা ৱাজ আস্কড অ'কে কালাদান মাল্টি মডেল প্ৰজেক্টৰ ওপৰত আমাৰ অলৰেডি যোৱা বছৰ মেইনছত কুৱেশ্যন আহি গৈছে ঠিক আছে, ইটস এ ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট টপিক আৰু লগতে ইন দিছ আৰ্টিকল দ্য ভেৰিয়াছ নিউ ইনিচিয়েটিভছ হেজ বিন ডিছকাছ হুইচ উইল বি ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ দ্য আপকামিং APSC prelims examination. A better, commutable and sustainable connectivity is the key to raising the income of the people in the northeastern states. Historically, northeast per capita income was much higher pre-independence. Why? Because our connectivity via Dhaka and through other parts of Bangladesh. Okay, our Chittagong portal our access asle. Now, as the government of India is giving very high importance to the Act East policy, to northeast, the state of Assam is in a very it is the very epicenter of this initiative. The vision of the government is to have seamless connectivity of the northeast with Southeast Asia and the rest of India by opening up new routes. Now, ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে, লগতে ইণ্টাৰভিউৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব পাৰে দেই। The first one is a 𝐲𝐻𝐬 railway line, okay, which is south of Mizoram and connects the Kaladan multimodal project. Has also been given approval. 𝐲𝐻𝐬 railway project that will give northeast a gateway to the Sittwe port of Myanmar. So প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট যে 𝐲𝐻𝐬 railway line আৰু ক'ত কানেক্ট কৰে Sittwe port of Myanmar. Next is 𝐬𝐻𝐬 railway line connecting Bhutan. This was already asked in 2023 APSC mains আমাৰ যিটো যোৱা মাহত হৈ গৈছিলে। Okay, ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে the Agartala-Akhora railway project which was asked in again 2022 APSC prelims. Here bahire, again important for prelims, the Mahishasan railway station which is located along the adjoining 𝐂𝐝 river and the Mahishasan-Sabaspur route has been non-operational since 1966. So making it operational will definitely give a boost to the trade. Here bahire, the Amrit Bharat station scheme. Recently, Prime Minister laid the foundation stone of 508 stations across the country, out of which 32 stations were in the Assam and 56 stations across northeast, with investment of more than 1200 crore. Okay, so definitely ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাৰ ট্ৰেড আৰু কানেক্টিভিটি দুইটাতে পজিটিভ ইম্পেক্ট পৰিব। Okay, so ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে infrastructure works are also going on with an investment of around 230 to 240 crore in New Guwahati for creation of a mega coaching complex. Okay, so important hobe again prelims karone. So it's a very important article. The various initiatives such as 𝐲𝐻𝐬 railway line, Kokrajhar Gelepu, then Agartala-Akhora, all these are very important. The next topic is Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagirdari initiative. India needs to stand ahead to find solution for water crisis for the world. Prime Minister Modi launched Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagirdari initiative. The initiative seeks to conserve water with a strong emphasis on community partnership and ownership, and is driven by whole of society and whole of government approaches. Okay, the government or society, it's a joint approach, okay, for water conservation. It aims to construct around 24,800 rainwater harvesting structure through community participation, ensuring long-term water sustainability. Okay, there is an index called Falkenmark Index. Okay, Falkenmark Index World Bank use kore, ঠিক আছে, to declare whether a region is water scarcity, okay, etc. So as per the Falkenmark index, India amar ki ase water scarcity howa chances bahut beshi ase in future. So hetu karone the initiative is very important for water sustainability in India. It aligns with the ongoing Jal Shakti Abhiyan, Catch the Rain campaign. The role of community participation in the water conservation, sharing invaluable and local knowledge and insights about water sources, consumption patterns and environmental dynamics. Example, Nagaland's 𝐓𝐨𝐻𝐬 water conservation method. Prelims karone important hobo 𝐓𝐵 water conservation. Renovation of traditional water sources such as Tamil Nadu revive, Kudimaramatu sensational practice of building and maintaining ponds, tanks, etc. Rejuvenating and revitalizing through desilting and feeder channels through community participation. Example, Nirusuttu in Andhra Pradesh. Ensures that water management strategies are inclusive, catering to the needs of diverse socio-economic groups. Example, 𝐷𝐽𝑒ng, small tanks in Ladakh. So these are important. Similarly, encouraging adoption of water efficient practices such as Jal Jeevan Hariyali in Bihar. Okay, then there are certain initiatives called Bauli, okay, in central India. Prime Minister emphasized adoption of reduce, reuse, research, recycle. The 4R. Ako koisu, reduce, reuse, research, recycle mantra to secure nation's water future. He also highlighted that water conservation is not about policy, it is an effort and pursuit also. Other initiative, Atal Bhujal Yojana, then Jal Jeevan Mission, আৰু এক পেৰ মা কা নাম. Okay, so আমাৰ GST কাৰণে important হয়, prelims কাৰণে important হয়. Our next topic is Center approves new treatment regimen for multi-drug resistant TB. The Union Health Ministry recently introduced the BPALM regimen to treat multi-drug resistant TB under National TB Elimination Program. The National TB Elimination Program is a public health initiative by Government of India that organizes the country's tuberculosis elimination efforts. It has set an ambitious goal of eradicating TB by 2025. Important for prelims occur. National TB Elimination Program is a centrally sponsored scheme implemented under the aegis of National Health Mission with resource sharing between state and the central government. It is based on the daily DOTS or directly observed treatment. Okay. 𝐓𝐸 portal. 𝐓𝐸 is a web-enabled patient management system for TB control under the National TB Elimination Program. Now, BPALM. কি হয় এইটো? It's a new treatment regimen against MDR TB by multi-drug resistant TB, introduced by Union Health Ministry under National TB Elimination Program. Composition, ইয়াত mainly চাৰিটা drugs থাকে. বেডাকুইডিন, প্ৰিটমাইনেট, লিচিজলিড আৰু optionally moxifloxacin. This regimen includes a new anti-TB drug called pritomanid, which was earlier approved and licensed for use in India only by CDSCO, by Central Drug Standard Control Organization. The BPALM regimen is safer and more effective treatment compared to traditional MDR TB regimens. So what is BPALM regimen? National TB Elimination Program কি হয়, etc. Important for prelims. Now stick to fiscal deficit as the norm for fiscal prudence. Now we need fiscal prudence. That means আমি deficit বেছি কৰিব নালাগে. Okay, for sustainability. Now Finance Minister in the budget speech said that center's fiscal deficit would be reduced to 5% of GDP in 2025-26 from its budgeted level of 4.9% in 2024-25. Also, center's debt to GDP ratio is around 54% estimated in 2025-26, assuming a nominal GDP growth of 10.5%. Safety target. After 2026, the central government aims to have only a reducing part of debt to GDP ratio without starting a debt GDP target and specifying a path to reach that. This implies an effective abandoning of the center's fiscal responsibility and budget management or FRBM 2018 targets. The Act set a debt GDP deficit of 40% for central government and 60% for the combined government. Okay. See, now debt to GDP যিমানে বেছি কম হ'ব সিমানে বেছি আমাৰ কি হ'ব সাস্টেইনেবিলিটি বাঢ়িব. Okay. তো মাৰ্কেট ৰেটত আমাৰ যিখিনি ৰেটিং থাকে ইকনমিৰ সেইখিনি আমাৰ ইম্প্ৰুভ হ'ব. Fiscal deficit is the gap between government's expenditure requirements and its receipts. This equals the money the government needs to borrow during the year. And fiscal deficit is equal to total expenditure minus total receipts. It was asked in 2022 mains also. Okay, and FRBM was asked in 2020 mains. FRBM targets. The Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2003 was enacted to bring transparency and accountability in the conduct of fiscal and monetary actions. The rules set targets for the phased reduction of fiscal deficit to acceptable levels. It requires governments to limit the fiscal deficit to 3% of the GDP by 31 March 2021 and debt of the central government to 40% by 2024-25. Okay. However, after COVID-19, it was amended. Okay. So it is important fiscal prudence, say for long-term sustainability and rating. Okay. Our prudence to both is important, and government needs to stick to the fiscal deficit norms. Okay. আৰু আমাৰ মেইনছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়, প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়. Our next topic is High Court judges elevation. High Court Chief Justice cannot individually decide on judges elevation. The Supreme Court ruled that a Chief Justice of a High Court does not have the authority to individually reconsider recommendations for judge elevations. Instead, any reconsideration of such recommendation must be done collectively by the High Court Collegium. Okay. The observations were made in a verdict granting relief to two district judges from Himachal Pradesh. Okay, their candidates for elevation to Himachal Pradesh High Court were directed to be decided afresh by the High Court Collegium. Procedure to appoint High Court judge. Ki hoy? As per Article 217, Central Local Article 124. Okay. for Supreme Court. Article 217 of the Indian Constitution covers the appointment and condition of the High Court judge. It says that every judge of a High Court shall be appointed by President by warrant under his hand and seal after consultation with the Chief Justice of India and Governor of the state. In case appointment of a judge other than Chief Justice, the Chief Justice of the High Court shall also be consulted. The Chief Justice of the High Court is appointed as per policy of having Chief Justice from outside. মানে গুৱাহাটী High Court Chief Justice গুৱাহাটী বাহিৰ হ'ব, অসমৰ বাহিৰ হ'ব. He highlights that process of judicial appointments is not the prerogative of a single individual. It is a collaborative and participative process as said in the judgment. The underlying principle is the process of appointment of judges must reflect the collective wisdom, not individual decision making. Such a process ensures principles of transparency and accountability. Okay. Is judicial scrutiny of collegium decisions permissible? Through this judgment, the Apex Court held that limited judicial scrutiny of the collegium decision is permissible. It is important for means, okay, to determine whether the decision taken by collegium was done after effective and collective consultations. The bench summed up the following legal principles that emerge from precedents of the subject. First is lack of effective consultation and eligibility falls within the scope of judicial review. Or suitability is non-justifiable, and resultingly the content of consultation falls beyond the scope of judicial review. Both these points are very important. Okay. Now judicial review our directly mentioned kora nai, but under Article 13, under Article 32, Supreme Court under Article 137, High Court under Article 226. The judiciary in India has the review power over the legislative bills, then administrative decisions, and also judicial decisions. Okay, important for GS2 and prelims. The next topic is IMEC boosting security and trade. The India Middle East Economic Corridor. Okay, it consists of two separate corridors. The first one is the East Corridor connecting India to West Asia and Middle East, and Northern Corridor connecting West Asia, Middle East to Europe. The project would involve building of a railway line across the Arabian Peninsula through the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and develop shipping connectivity. Okay, so railway line to the Arabian Peninsula are connect koriba United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. আৰু ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাৰ কি হয় পোৰ্ট লেড ডেভেলপমেণ্টটো আমাৰ ইয়াতে বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব. The corridor would be further developed to transport energy through pipelines and data through an optical fiber link. So yet not only the infrastructure, ইয়াতে আমাৰ যিখিনি আমাৰ fuel, okay, then also data. Ports which are part of IMEC India, ports in Mundra, Kandla and Jawaharlal Nehru ports বা Navaseva in Europe, Piraeus in Greece, Messina in southern Italy, and Marseille in France. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে Middle East ports include J.B. Fujairah, Abu Dhabi of the UAE, as well as Dammam and Ras Al Khair ports of Saudi Arabia, Israel or Haifa port. Now the railway line will link Fujairah port in UAE to Haifa port in Israel, passing through Saudi Arabia and Jordan. Okay. Now maritime security. The IMEC creates a robust and secure trade corridor across important maritime routes. So here our maritime security, right? It will give India a strategic role in patrolling and securing this area. India's involvement ensures that critical maritime choke points like Arabian Sea and the Strait of Hormuz are safeguarded. The collaboration between the countries in the corridor will facilitate increased intelligence sharing and joint maritime exercises. So it will help in maritime security, and with security come trades. After the projects are implemented, India trade with Europe and the western part are expected to increase. ইয়াৰে ওপৰত অলৰেডি আমাৰ 2024 যিটো প্ৰিলিমছ হৈ গৈছে 2023 APSC তাতে কুৱেশ্যন আহি গৈছে. The next topic is technical textile. Technical textile exports will cross 10 billion by 2030. Technical textiles are defined as textile materials and products used primarily for their technical performance and functional properties rather than aesthetics and decorative characteristics. Mainly for technical purpose. Okay. Other terms used for defined technical textiles include industrial textile, functional textiles, performance textile, engineering textiles, individual textiles, high-tech textile, etc. They are designed to have high levels of physical, mechanical, thermal, and chemical properties in a specific application. They are used individually or as a component. In fact, technical textiles are being used for flood control mechanism in Assam. Okay, the technical textiles are used individually to satisfy certain specific functions. Okay, As a component or part of entire product, they are used to enhance the strength, performance, and other functional properties. They are classified into 12 major groups based on application, such as agrotech, geotech, buildtech, mobile tech, homotech, home tech actually, cloth tech, indutech, meditech, etc. National Technical Textile Missions. It was launched by Ministry of Textile to increase the penetration level of technical textiles in India while leveraging the extraordinary growth of the sector. The aim is to position India as a global leader in the technical textile. Their main component এটা হ'ল research, innovation and development, promotion and market development, export promotion আৰু education, training and skill development. Target: the mission has a target to take the domestic market size of the technical textile sector to 40 to 50 billion by the year 2024, with average growth rate of 15 to 20%. Technical textile already UPSC আহি গৈছে, APSC Prelims কাৰণে important হ'ব. The next topic is financialization. Okay, Chief Economic Advisor warns of financialization of capital markets. Now, কি হয়? It refers to increase in size and importance of a country's financial sector related to overall economy. It is a process whereby financial markets, financial institutions, and financial elites gain greater influence over economic policy and economic outcomes. It represents a shift from traditional industrial or productive activities such as manufacturing to financial activities that involve trading, management, etc. It also describes the increasing diversity of transactions and market players as well as their intersection with all parts of economy and society. It has occurred as countries shifted from industrial capitalism, away from industrial capitalism. It impacts both macroeconomy and the microeconomy by changing how financial markets are structured and operated. It has also caused incomes to increase more in the financial sector than in other sectors of the economy. Okay. So recently, the Chief Economic Advisor warns of financialization of capital markets, okay, which may hamper the other parts. The last topic is some prelims factual. One is powerful typhoon Yagi makes landfall in Chinese island. Then Iranian 𝐉𝐨𝐢𝐬 win US Open mixed doubles. লগতে Randhir Singh